One about Harry, if I may, obviously showed again what a quality player he is with England. His form under you, up front, assists, defensively, he's obviously enjoying his football. Does it then surprise you that people still say that he needs to leave this summer? I'm talking about pundits and so-called experts.
Yeah, I cannot play that. I cannot play that game. I have to focus on what is for us. Of course, I'm always pleased when my players they go to national teams and they do well. So I'm happy that he does well with England. I'm happy that England wins, obviously, but I cannot play that game of what the people say, what the people doesn't say. I cannot play that game. I focus on what he did for us in the last match against Villa. I focus on the effort that I saw him put on the pitch for England against Albania and Poland, and I focus on the match against Newcastle, where I'm pretty sure that playing very well or not so well, scoring 2-1 or nil, he will be there for the team, and that's where I have to focus.
But always a smile on his face, tellingly, on the training ground and on the pitch.
Harry?
Yes.
I don't know if he has always a smile on his face. What I know is that he is professional. A part of being talented or no is very important that the player is professional, and is very professional. And I'm very, very pleased to have him. And I repeat, I'm happy to see him and all the other guys when they go to national teams. I'm always happy when they do well. It's always better when they come back after positive results. So I think he's living a good period. He's doing well for club and country. And ahead of him, until the end of the season, he has nice challenges. He has a final to play. He has a Premier League to fight for every point. Then he has a Euros with the possibility to play a final at Wembley. I think he has to be happy with the moment he's living.
Finally, from me, Jose, goal of the month, Eric Lamela's Rabona. Goal of the season as well?
Maybe. I would say if it was a winning goal, I would say 100%, because my criteria of football is more important when you win. Maybe yes, maybe not, but undoubtedly is an incredible goal, and undoubtedly he will be in that very short list for goal of the season in the Premier League and also worldwide for sure.
Cheers, Gary. Okay, we're going to go to Faker Others from PLP now.
Thanks very much. Hi, Jose.
Hello.
You obviously bounced back with a 2-0 win over Aston Villa last time out. Different formation as well. What pleased you about that performance that you can take into this match against Newcastle on Sunday?
The attitude. The team went there to win it. And we were coming from 2 defeats. And I would say 2 bad defeats. And it was important that the players that showed that mentality. When you come in a bad run of results, is quite easy to let it go in the same direction. The players were exactly the opposite. There was solidarity on the team, and we could see that on the pitch. The team was solid. The team was intense. The team was aggressive, going forward. Didn't create many chances, but create chances enough to win the game. Was defensively very compact too. So it was a good performance. It was a good reaction from 2 bad defeats. But at the same time, if I'm not wrong, last 5 Premier League matches we won 4. So out of 15, we made 12 points. So we can see it also as a continuity of a good period for us in the Premier League, where we recovered a few points gap to other teams that fight like us for the same objectives.
Yeah, you are only just 3 points outside the top 4. You mentioned there to Gary that, you know, you're taking one game at a time and you know, that's your focus. But how confident are you of getting into the Champions League next season?
I'm confident that we can win Sunday. And Monday, if you ask me, I will be confident that we can win against Manchester United next week. And I can repeat to you after every match this ambition and this confidence to win the next match. To reach a Champions League position, I don't think we depend only about ourselves. I think we depend also from results from other teams. I'm not going to say we are going to do it or not going to do it. We have to go one game at a time, and the last season was a very good example. We were quite distance. We had a big distance to the top 6 position, and in the end, in the last minute of the last match, we confirmed that position. So we have to go in that direction.
Just finally, Newcastle obviously fighting relegation. The break may have helped them though, regroup perhaps. What are you expecting from them on Sunday?
I expect a team obviously trying to win the match, or at least trying to get a point, because in this moment, for every team, a point sometimes can be very, very important. I think they are a difficult team to play against. So of course I expect a difficult match for us.
Okay, move on to the Moose now. Moose, I hope you're not driving.
No, I'm not driving. Hi, Jose. How are you?
You good?
I'm very well, very well. I'll ask you quite bluntly, do you think it will be a failure this season if Spurs don't get into the top 6 or the top 4 and get European football for next season?
I don't want to speak about that possibility. I'm not going to be pessimistic, or I'm not going to try to anticipate scenarios and to evaluate our season before the season ends.
Do you think your team will be a little bit riled still by what happened in the game at White Hart Lane, where you drew 1-1 and there was that handball by Eric Dyer, crazy decision for the penalty late on?
You know, it was a game where we had a reason to feel very frustrated, because we played very, very well. The Newcastle goalkeeper was deservedly the man of the match, because he made incredible saves. It was the kind of match where easily should be 3-4-0, because we played really well in this match. And in the end, we lost 2 points in the last minute with a very controversial situation. But you know, if you look to the season, it happened in many stadiums, situations that we could consider too controversial. That's the way it is now.
And the last one from me, I know you don't want to keep talking about Harry Kane, but he had the opportunity, he was asked a question while on England duty about his future, and he gave an answer which was quite ambiguous. Would you like to see him be a little bit more definite in where he sees his future?
No, I want Harry to to be with us what he has been. I want Harry to repeat against Newcastle the same performance that he had against Aston Villa. When I say the same performance, I say the same commitment, the same desire, the same team spirit, the same leadership. That's what I want, and I know that I'm going to have that.
Okay, we're going to Jonathan Ville. Jonathan.
Hi, Jose.
Hello?
We've seen this week that the rearranged game against Southampton has been put in the week before the Carabao Cup final. I was wondering if you're disappointed that you won't now have a full week preparation for such a big game.
I'm happy that is Wednesday because I thought that could be Thursday or Friday. I'm not saying Saturday, but could be Thursday or Friday. You know, in the beginning of the competition, when we played against Chelsea, we played Sunday and Tuesday. So it's nothing that surprises me. In fact, when we were knocked out of the Europa League and we had all these weeks, all these midweeks open, I immediately thought, I have a feeling that the game against Southampton is not going to be played in one of these weeks. So it's nothing that surprises me. I don't want to speak about it more. I don't want to use it as any kind of excuse or to try to give less responsibilities to us and more responsibilities to our opponent. That's what it is. We will be there on the 25th of April. We are going to be there.
Okay, we've got time for one question each from the last three. It's Ali Gold, Alex Howe, and Dan Kilpatrick. We'll start with Ali.
Hey there, Jose.
Hello.
Just wanted to ask you about the evolution of Japhet Tanganga as a right back. Obviously, it was a role he didn't play much at all before you came. I mean, how far along that process is he now, and close to what you want him to be?
You know, Japhet for us is being like the emergency guy. When we need, he's there. And when we need, sometimes is as the right back, sometimes is as a left back. Other times was centre back on a defense of three. And you can look also to the recent couple of matches with the national team. And in one match against Portugal, he played right back, and then 2 days later against Croatia, he was playing centre back. I don't think it's a bad thing, especially for a young player, because a young player, what the young player needs is to play, needs minutes. And as a player that I had many years ago, from right back until left winger, I'm ready for you. And if you have an emergency as a goalkeeper, give me the gloves, and I'm going to be there. So Japhet is a little bit like this, but honestly, I think in spite of he's good in the air and he has a good positional education as a centre back, I think that probably his best position in terms of future is right back. As you know, he's not a giant. Needs to improve his crossing, needs to improve the timings to arrive in attacking positions, but he's comfortable with the ball. He doesn't make mistakes or many. He's solid. He reads the game very well. He's a player that we can trust. And in fact, you can see his debut was against Liverpool, and then the matches that he played are normally matches of responsibility and quality on the opponents. He's a player that we trust, and he's developing quite well. Good kids, humble kids. All good.
Okay, Alex Howe.
Hi, Jose.
Hello.
It's start of a massive month with Newcastle Sunday, and then you have Everton and Manchester United who are around you. How important is it to get a win on Sunday to build momentum ahead of the cup final?
It's not about the cup final. It's not about the cup final. I don't think cup finals, they need momentums. I don't think. Cup finals is 50-50, you know, and if he's the best team in the world against the worst team in the world, the cup final is always a cup final. For me, it's 50-50. And doesn't matter if the week before City is already champion and they can prepare the final. And for us, the Southampton game is a game where we need points. Not even that is going to change. It's a 50-50 game in my experience. So the matches that we have before the final or after the final are another story, are independent of the final. Is Premier League, we have the points on the table to fight for them, and it's not about momentum. Is about trying to get the maximum points. Now is Newcastle, after is United, and then is Everton. Newcastle needs points for their fight. Everton needs points for their fight. I don't think United needs. I think United clearly is going to finish second. But you know, the points are there to fight for, and that's what we are going to do.
Okay, Dan, to finish.
Hi, Jose. After the Dinamo game, Hugo Lloris said that there were some players in the squad who weren't happy when they weren't in the starting 11 and that they weren't being as supportive of the 11 as they should be. I just wondered, now you've got no European football and you've only got one game a week, that there's going to be less opportunities for you to give squad players minutes and less opportunity to play players. I mean, do you fear that you could have some unhappy players on your hands because they're just not playing as much football now until the end of the season?
You know, in one thing, you are totally right. We have less matches to play. There is no need of the kind of rotation that you normally make when you play lots of matches. I believe that we can look at it in two different directions. One direction is the one that you mentioned. The other one is probably the easy one for me, which is merit. One match per week, you play well, you give to the team what the team needs. The next match, you are there again. So probably for me will be more simple. But I admit that maybe you are right. Less opportunities for people to play, but maybe at the same time, because less opportunities to play, less matches to play, maybe fantastic training sessions where everybody uses the training session to try to show the potential, the motivation to play. And to be honest, these previous 2 weeks are normally weeks where the people that doesn't go to national teams, they let their level of motivation drop because they are not in national teams, because they are in a smaller group, because they are mixed with young players from the academy. I have to say that these last 10 days were fantastic. Every player that stayed back worked very, very hard, trying exactly to get a position to play the next match, or at least to be selected and involved.
Okay, perfect. We're going to move on to the written section now, which is embargo till 10:30.